So, folks, I just hope you'll take advantage of Dr. Tanya. She's here to be taken advantage of.
Exactly.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my next video. Well, we're in for a treat today. We are visiting with Dr. Tanya Gilbert in her beautiful, gorgeous Class A RV. We'll show you that in just a little bit. And so, Dr. Tanya, welcome.
Thank you. Welcome me. Welcome you. I mean, I feel like I just won the prize. You know, to just be sitting here with you. I love you're just so authentic in your spirit, and it comes off in everything you do.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. Well, the reason I was really interested in you and your story is that you are a professional person. You have your PhD, and you're living in your RV, and that isn't very common. Can you tell us a little bit about your background,
Okay.
your PhD, and how you came to be living in an RV?
Okay. I have a Psy.D, which is the sister or the brother to a PhD. And the difference, one is based in research, which is a PhD, is the philosophy in clinical psychology, the philosophy of the study of clinical psychology. I have a Psy.D, which is the clinical practice of clinical psychology. That's how you can kind of separate the two out. And so all of the work that I've done for my doctorate has been in clinical practice and in research and contributing to the field. My clinical research project was the application of maintaining and developing and maintaining relationships with stigmatized populations through empathic understanding and responding. And I know that's a mouthful, but to break it down in regular everyday language, how do you make connections with people that folks do not want to disconnect with? How do you do that and be authentic and genuine? And I did that from the frame of a client-centered approach. So people consider me to be Rogerian, you know, with Carl Rogers and all of that. So I just take people at face value as they are. And it works. And I think that's why I'm so attracted to this life, because people in this life are trying to just find themselves. And that's the same story I have. It doesn't matter that I have a Psy.D, a doctorate in psychology. I also have a doctorate in divinity. So all of that doesn't matter. I have a couple master's and bachelor's degrees. But when you take all of that away and you're in the field naked, who are you? Who are you then when we are all standing on the ground equal? You know, and that's where I land, and that's where I live. And that's how I live in my RV, because I like these people. You know, you don't have to be pretentious, and I don't have to say I'm Dr. Tanya to get respect. You know, I don't have to say I'm Dr. Tanya to get kindness. And it's, I found the RV life and van lifers and nomadic community to be some of the best experiences that I have had. I have chronic health problems. And as I started aging, and my chronic health affects my physical ability, but it doesn't affect my mental ability. And I kept trying to think, what will I be able to do with my life when I get crippled? You know, when you get to the place where society kind of throw you away, and it's a scary thought. It's really, really a scary thought. And so I decided when I was in my 40s to go back to school to get my doctorate degree. And that's how I ended up being Dr. Tanya Gilbert. And also, I was first generation in my family for higher education. The woman that raised me only had a 6th grade education. And I wanted to lead by example for my family, also as a single parent for my kids. And my daughter, my oldest daughter, may she rest in peace, we were in school together because we thought we were going to have this empire. We were going to become psychologists together. However, my daughter passed away in 2002, my oldest daughter. And so I just continued, in the light of what we were doing, and I arrived here. So every time I do something, it's like with her spirit, because, we were doing this together.
Mm-hmm.
And once I finished, I moved out to the West to help also with my health, to live a little more comfortable with the challenges that came with my health. I've always been kind of solo, I was a single parent, raised my 3 daughters, and I just, again, if it wasn't my health, it was having to take care of my kids, because my daughters had chronic health issues as well. I lost one in 2002. I lost the other one in 2017. And then I have my youngest daughter, who has been struggling for a year with her health things. And I still have a house in California area, and that's where my youngest daughter lives. And when I decided to do this, I just kind of said to her, hey, you don't have to wait until I leave here to inherit this house. Come and get these keys. And I gave her the keys, and I got in my van, and I ended up out here. But I saved for this van for about 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, I worked with in places that didn't give you 401ks, that
Mm-hmm.
you didn't get any of that stuff. You're like,
Right.
thank you, for giving us these years, but you have nothing else coming.
Right.
And so I saved and saved and saved, and I researched, and that's how I found you. I started researching, about RVs, because I didn't know much about an RV or anything. And I got enough money, and I bought this.
Very,
And
very
that's how
good.
I got here.
So the common theme, it seems like, throughout your life and all you've done is caring about people and wanting to help them.
That's it.
Just and one-on-one is
Mm-hmm.
seems like what you really like doing,
Well, I
person to
do.
person.
Well, I do it all. I have a global audience as well. I've traveled nationally and internationally, and have done some work and some presentations and some trainings and things like that. I like to work with individuals because everybody have their own story,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't matter if we had the same experience. Your experience of that experience is different from my
Right.
experience, and I can only help you from your frame.
So how are you blending them now that you're living in the RV and on the road? How are you blending your psychological work with people
Mhm.
and traveling on the road?
Well, we have this thing that's called the internet.
And after 2020, we're all real
Okay,
familiar with
right,
connecting through it.
right. But prior to 2020, I had several years
Mm-hmm.
of working virtually.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Again, remember, I have chronic health problems. So
Right.
there was often times I could not go in my office. So I had to find a way still to meet my clients. I meet people where they are. They are out here in the desert. I'll meet them out here in the desert,
Right.
We do virtual sessions, telephone sessions, and it's not hard at all. It's not hard at all.
So, if people are interested in talking to you and
Hmm.
just seeing if what kind of help you can give them, how would they contact you?
Well, I try to make things super easy. Um, you can find me on all social media platforms at Dr. Tanya Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
You can Google my name, Dr. Tanya Gilbert, and something is going to pop up. And anything that comes up, we'll have a phone number, an email, a website, or some way to contact me. My website is drtanyagilbert.com.
Easy to
Okay,
remember.
easy to remember. My phone number is 844 Dr. Tanya. So it's
Yeah.
all kind of consistent,
Right.
where people can find me. And I'm on Instagram. I didn't mention, I have YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And my YouTube channel is In the Moment with Dr. Tanya Gilbert. And I have started a new series that's called Opting for Freedom on my YouTube channel. And Opting for Freedom is about what we're doing right here, right now. Opting for Freedom is not about just living off the grid. It's about what is freedom to you and what are you willing to exchange in order to get freedom.
Right.
You know, because life is all about an exchange.
It is.
You know, you give something to get something. If you hold on to everything, then you get nothing, and you give nothing away, so you stay where you are. So I have a series called Opting for Freedom, and I interview folks and just talk to people from all over. And I've spoken with so many nomads and van lifers. So if anyone wants to see any of those interviews, they can just go over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. And it's In the Moment with Dr. Tanya Gilbert. So if anyone want to be a part of the conversation, or if they want to talk to me about changing anything in their lives, I'm available. Right. I also work with people no matter what their income levels may be. So I don't want folks to feel like I don't have money, I can't call. There's somewhere to call. And I'm also a part of a platform that's called Happy Mental. And Happy Mental is a virtual platform where you can get support groups for all kinds of things. And you don't have to worry about how to pay for it. There's options on there for everybody.
And you have this little booklet you have out on Amazon. It's called Feeling Stuck? Don't Ask a Friend, Hire a Life Coach. So you kind of think of yourself as primarily a life coach?
Yes. Yeah. I am professionally trained and experienced.
Right.
As a psychologist. I have a doctorate in clinical psychology.
Anybody can call themselves a life coach.
Anybody.
Not everyone has a PhD who is calling themselves a life coach.
Right. So I'm working as a transformational life coach as well. I still work as a clinical psychologist. I'm in private practice with a group called Conscious Connection Psychology Group, and they're located in the Los Angeles area. However, when I'm out here and I'm out on the road, I work as an ordained minister as well as I work as a transformational life coach because I have a doctorate in divinity as well. So.
Right. So spirituality is a large part of your personal journey and the work that you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't talk a lot about it on the channel because I don't like to have controversy, but spirituality is the core of who I am. And I know very much what my spirituality is and what it means and how I follow it. And so I just really admire that you're willing to include that because I think it's, for most of us, it's pretty critical.
It is critical, and it's the foundation. See, Bob, what happens, people get confused. And we are so connected to what has been socially subscribed and projected upon us to embrace it and accept it without question or change. And that's where people start falling into anxiety and depression and suicidality and everything because somehow they're not able to measure up to a bar that has been set for us by some invisible person or place or something. And every time you think you've gotten to that bar, somebody moves the darn bar.
Yeah, I know all about that.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of how I got here as the doctor because I go for a job. Oh, no, you're not qualified. You need this. I go get that, come back. Oh, no, you need this. And I say, okay, the hell with that. I'm going to just pull all stops and I'm going to go get a doctorate degree. Now tell me what else is it the reason I can't have that. And so we are so connected to that thing that's been socially subscribed to us that is killing all of us. Where even with spirituality, people are afraid to say, spirituality because somebody's going to bring the hammer down.
Right.
Well, hell, I'm here to tell you, people going to bring the hammer down any damn way. So it don't matter what you say or do.
Absolutely true.
You get me?
Yeah, I do.
But what I want folks to know, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. See, there's a difference in spirituality and religion. I do not subscribe to any religion, and we won't get on my things about religion because then I don't want all this controversy about my views on religion.
That's why I don't talk about it.
Right. But spirituality,
Yeah.
I don't care who you call, whatever you call it, there is something greater than who we are as human beings. And it's not another human being. And it's not another label. But there is some powerful energy, and it's guiding the steps of all of us, those that are aware of it or those that are not. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I invite people to connect it to that.
Well, Dr. Tanya, thank you so much for sharing sharing your experience and your journey with us. And so, folks, Dr. Tanya has got a PhD in clinical psychology, worked in the field, a life coach. Tell everyone again how they can get in touch with you if they need some help.
If anyone, no matter what your income level may be or may not be, please reach out. There is help available for you. You can go to my website. It's www.Dr. Tanya Gilbert, or just Google Dr. Tanya Gilbert, and anything you click on, I'll come up. You can call me and I will answer the phone at 844 Dr. Tanya. That's DRTANYA. You can find me on all social media as Dr. Tanya Gilbert. And please go to my YouTube channel, In the Moment with Dr. Tanya Gilbert, and subscribe. And there's a lot of information there that folks find supportive.
Right. So, folks, I just hope you'll take advantage of Dr. Tanya. She's here to be taken advantage of.
Exactly. And don't forget,
Yeah.
if you feel like something is going on and you don't really know what's going on, and you might need something and don't know what that thing is, go to Amazon and pick up my book. It's on Amazon. You can either get a hard copy or you can buy a digital copy. Okay.
Very good. Very, very good. Well, Dr. Tanya, would it be okay if we took a look around your RV?
Yes, please do. I cleaned up.
Okay, yeah, you better do it. I know that feeling. I'm cleaned up. You better come in.
Right, I cleaned up, so you better do it.
Yeah. So, folks, we're going to end this video here. It's fairly long, and then we will start another video where we will look around at Dr. Tanya's beautiful RV. I think you're going to be really impressed. And so come back for that video coming up next. Thanks again, Dr. Tanya.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity, and just thank you for who you are and what you do.
Thank you. So, folks, if you got anything out of this video, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later. See you in the next video with the tour of Dr. Tanya's rig.